It was a rematch now that you almost have to say, why did this rematch happen? It almost didn't make sense. But Rodrigo Nascimento gets a decision victory against Don'Tale Mayes. It was not one-way traffic. It did end up being a little closer than most people probably anticipated. But my question to you is this, man. We had two heavyweight fights on this card. Both of them were snoozers in terms of action, more or less, right? This fight here, did Don'Tale Mayes look any different from the first fight where, you know what I mean, he had against Nascimento? He didn't get finished, and I feel like that was almost a point of this entire fight. Was the job was don't get finished, and we have a moral victory. What do you think?
I think so, Derek, because he did look different. He didn't look leaps and bounds better and leaps and bounds like he was preparing for Nascimento for months and knew the exact game plan that's going to be going on. It looks like he knew the game plan, but was still struggling a little bit to find his exact momentum or points to where he can enter and really change this fight for him. This was another fight, to be completely frank with you, man. I was rooting for the other guy I bet against, man. Like I had Nascimento winning, but man, I want to see Don'Tale Mayes put up a better performance, or at least put up a performance where he wasn't just looking for the moral victory. Because I do think that was there. There's a couple times where he was just staring, looking up, looking across the ring, even. We're just like, damn, all right, we're going at this again. Like you could tell there was some exasperation in his mental fortitude. And Nascimento, I mean, just stuck to it, man. Can't like you said, can't really blame him because it was a snoozer. Yeah. But Leah, I mean, it begs the question in my head, Derek. Is this just a new era of MMA where the fans are getting used to seeing more technical fights, more of the smaller weight class style of fights where it's actually a competition instead of just a slugfest? And whenever it doesn't be a slugfest in the heavyweight division, everybody says it's a snoozer? Or are these guys in heavyweight just becoming more technical and well-rounded, so we're getting less of those fights? What do you think?
That's a really interesting question that you pose, because on one hand, you have to say every card normally, there's like one, I don't even want to be mean about it, man, but there's like one heavyweight fight where it's not technical. It's two out of shape dudes who are just getting after it and just, trading in a phone booth or just kind of trying to outpoint each other, which in this fight, it kind of felt like an outpointsmanship type situation. But I mean, I don't know, man. When you have the new hybrid classes of these fighters, the Cyril Gans, the Tom Aspinalls, right? Sergey Pavlovich's, I mean, Jailton Almeida, look, all the guys we're talking about, they don't fit the mold of Don'Tale Mayes, Rodrigo Nascimento, right? They're more of your traditional classic time-tested heavyweights, which I don't think will ever go away, personally. I think that there will always be a place for those fighters in these divisions. It was weird, man, when you see Don'Tale Mayes staring across, looking at the clock, just kind of looking not there, right? It's not saying that, I'm not going to say that this was a bad performance because it sounds like we're making it a bad performance. He outstruck Nascimento, bro. Like, it wasn't like a terrible performance. It was more of a, were you trying to win the fight in a sense of, I got to finish this guy, and we didn't really see that sense of urgency from Mayes. I saw it from Nascimento in the beginning of the fight. It looked like he got tired towards the end. But it's heavyweights, bro. So, I mean, I don't have much else to say on this one, but Nascimento gets another win. Don't really think this rises his stock very much. But, I mean, what do you make of it, man? 105 total strikes for Don'Tale Mayes. Stuffed all three of Nascimento's takedowns. If there was one thing that we did say is that Don'Tale Mayes' wrestling has improved, and I think that he proved that point.
I agree with you, and that's why I was more so rooting for Don'Tale Mayes to have maybe not win the fight because it'd break some of my picks, but at least have a better performance than he did, because it looked like he had the ability. But you're right, the mental game of just, man, I just need to get past this. I just need to get past these last couple minutes, and then I'm okay, and then I've won in my own head, and I'm happy, instead of actually getting the dub and really hunting for that victory, that show-stopping performance, if you will.
Yeah. I mean, a win is a win. As we say, you go home with your show money and your win money if you are Rodrigo Nascimento. Plus 250 decision. I mean, man, it's kind of crazy that the decision was plus 250. You would have thought it would have been a little bit higher, but I guess it makes sense, especially from a guy with so many finishes for Nascimento. But big win. All right.